Not one, not two, but three potential winter storms will impact the eastern United States over the next week or so. First, if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button, help the channel to grow. I thank you for that. We'll get right into it here. So here's the GFS. So we're going to watch later today into the overnight hours, low pressure start to form across the deep south. There it is, 1,007 millibars. This is 1 a.m. Tonight or tomorrow morning. And then that will move east northeast and then start to strengthen, and as it does so, we'll see the moisture field begin to expand. This is now 1 p.m. tomorrow, and we see some snow breaking out over mountains of the southern Appalachians up through West Virginia, northern Virginia, now breaking out into Maryland and into Pennsylvania. And then as we go forward into Sunday, this is now 7 p.m. Sunday, and we see a nice snowstorm across the mid-Atlantic, the northern mid-Atlantic, and then getting up into the northeast. And that continues to strengthen as it pulls away, and Boston gets in on the action as well. So I think what we're looking at is, DC, you're kind of right on the line. I could see you getting, maybe 2 to 4 inches. And then once you get into like eastern Pennsylvania, up through, say, New York, Trenton, New York, southern New England, could be looking at, 4 to 8. And if it strengthens even a little bit more here, I could see some areas maybe getting in that 8 to 12 range from like northeastern PA through southern New England. Could be some 8 to 12 jackpots there, but could be a nice snowstorm. We have some football games tomorrow in Baltimore and then Philadelphia, so there should be some snow coming down, accumulating snow in those football games tomorrow, so that'll be fun to watch. And then we'll turn our attention down to this southern United States as we go into Tuesday and then into really Tuesday night into early Wednesday. So this is now 1 p.m. on Tuesday. We see snow breaking out in Texas and then some sleet and freezing rain south of there. And that all pushes to the east. Now we have Louisiana, so New Orleans. You could be getting a solid winter storm here in just the next couple of days. And that slides east. So this is the GFS. I'll show you a couple other models as well. So the GFS, once it gets into the Carolinas, not showing a whole lot, little bit of light snow there for southern Alabama, Georgia, parts of South Carolina, and then coastal North Carolina. The GFS not as enthused as some of the other models, but have to take that into account. Let's go over to the Canadian here. Canadian has been for a few days now the most impressed with this next system. So here we are. This is now Tuesday with snow breaking out in Texas, and then Louisiana, heavy snow there getting into New Orleans. This is Tuesday night. Shift east. This is late Tuesday night now, and look at that. Ice storm for parts of Florida, heavy snow, moderate to heavy snow from the Florida Panhandle up through Savannah and Charleston and into the Myrtle Beach area, and that slides east, and this is now getting off the coast. This is now early Wednesday, and everything is out by Wednesday afternoon. So pretty big storm on the Canadian. Let's go over to total snow amounts here, total snowfall here on the Canadian, and then look at that. I mean, that's a pretty big snowstorm. So Houston, you're on the edge there. Houston, you could see one of your biggest snowstorms ever. You're kind of right on that edge there. And then certainly going into Louisiana, we have approaching double-digit amounts of snow, very impressive. And then solid snow event here in southern Georgia, getting into Savannah, Hilton Head, Charleston, Myrtle Beach. Very impressive snowstorm for this part of the country. We'll pop over to the Canadian model, if I can pull that up. All right, so here's this is the European model now. So European, we'll put this on Tuesday. There's our snow breaking out into Texas, moving into Louisiana. Again, heavy snow on the European here. European, this is 78 hours out. European, the best model in the world. So, if you are in this part of the country, deep south here, get to the store. So, this could change still, but this is the European, certainly within its deadly range here of accuracy. And this is now Tuesday night. Snow, freezing rain, parts of the Florida Panhandle, maybe some ice getting into the Jacksonville area. And this would be Tuesday night. This is 1 a.m. Tuesday. Moderate to heavy snow up into Savannah, Hilton Head, Charleston, Myrtle Beach. So impressive looking storm here on the European as well. See if I pull up total snow amounts on the European. And there we go. So the European is showing that, possible 6 inches of snow or more in the Houston area on the European. Nice snowstorm, big snowstorm for parts of Louisiana. New Orleans, you're getting into the 3 to 6, possibly more amount on the European here. And there it is, 6+ inches of snow. That the pink area is the 6 inches from southern Georgia up in the Savannah area, Hilton Head, Charleston, and then even places back towards like Columbia where you haven't seen a whole lot of snow. You could see a couple inches, maybe several inches of snow as well if the European is right. Now, I will say that there are still some models there that are way more suppressed and showing very little to any snow as we get into southern Georgia, into the Carolinas. The UCMET, the GFS is pretty suppressed as well. So the jury is still out on this, but the European gonna weigh the European pretty heavily on this until the European becomes more suppressed. Because usually what we see as we go towards the storm is a kind of a northwest trend. So we'll have to watch for that. Tonight's runs are going to be very, very big as far as the storms go, as far as this storm system goes here. But right now, I'm going to lean towards the European, which is showing a really big snowstorm for this part of the country. So it remains to be seen. And then once we get past this storm as well, we'll have to watch another system. So this is the GFS. I'll show you late week. We might have another system popping along the southeast coast, which could bring some wintry precipitation again to parts of the coastal Carolinas. And this is, again, far out there, so this will change a ton of times, but that's a pretty big snowstorm getting up into the Delmarva, as well as New Jersey and southern New England as well. So a few things to watch here. First system's going to be coming through again tomorrow with that snowstorm in the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast, and that'll be fun to watch during the football games. And then we'll just have to see what the models do with the next system and then the system after that. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.